OverDose vapes. Keep your wicks wet and your coils tight. If you're looking for new flavors and all about the clouds, bro, filling up a clear road, we're dripping on the sub-ohm reviews for that juice. Well, Trav and Josh host, view it on YouTube and prepare for OverDose.
Hello and welcome back to OverDose Vapes. Travis here, taking a look at a mech mod. That's my shit. You guys know me. I love mechanical mods. So when I heard that Wismec, you know, JayBo, Wismec, the RX series, all that shit, was coming out with an affordable mech mod, we got really excited. Me and my lady, Panda Vapes, got really excited, and so we ordered two of them. We each got one, matchy. One of these jobs here, right? The yellow ones. They have different skins you can get for them, or sleeves, not skins, sleeves. You got like a black knurled one, which was nice. That was my choice. She hated it, so we ended up with the yellow one, which I still like. It's kind of like a bee, you know, like a honeycomb hideaway kind of deal going on. And they also have like a fake stabilized wood one, which is nice as well. So this mod is extremely affordable. I think we paid $40-ish, and that's for the kit that comes with the mod and the RDA, which is called the Guillotine RDA, which we'll see here in a second when we go close. So what's so cool about this mech mod, you know, besides the fact that it's super cheap and that it has interchangeable sleeves, well, it also takes the new 2700 battery cell, which that's a big plus for me. I'm a big fan of the 2700 battery cell. I have another mod that takes it, so I had a couple laying around, and we got to play with that. And the 2700 is a quality cell, higher amp limits, higher you know, milliamp hours. So it's a big win for the RX Machina, and that's what this is called. I should have said that. This is called the Reuleaux RX Machina. I don't know why they're so obsessed with that Reuleaux name, but that's what this is called. So yeah. So it takes a 2700 battery cell. That's kind of like what it's designed for. But seeing as how not everybody has, you know, access to those 2700 cells, it also comes with a little sleeve that works really well for 18650 batteries as well. So why don't we go up close real quick? I'll show you the ins and outs. There's not a lot to it. It's a mech mod, you know what I mean? And then I'll give you my opinions on it. And yeah, let's do that. So here's the Wismec RX Machina up close. We have the honeycomb yellow variant here. This is the RDA that comes with it, which name I can't remember off the top of my head, but which I will put on the screen right now. It does come with a matching 810 drip tip. Let me go ahead and pull the top cap off here. I have a pair of coils in there. The deck itself is actually very easy to build on. I'm a big fan of the deck. I'm just not a big fan of the RDA. I just don't find myself using it all that much, but it is nice to build on, and it does, you know, for the price, I think it does serve its purpose quite well. Yeah, for the whole kit, I think we paid like $35 for the whole kit, for the mod and the RDA, or around that price. I think it was about $75–80 shipped to us for the whole shebang. I didn't want to take off the top cap. So take off the RDA. But I mean, honestly, in my opinion, unless you're looking for like a mech starter kit and you already have RDAs, I would just pick up the mod. I think the mod's definitely the star of the show here. There's the 510 Wismec there on the top. There's no slots or anything, you know, like you often see like on a Fat Daddy or anything. This is definitely not one of those, but it does the job just fine. It's not hybrid, so it's going to be safe for your newbies who don't really understand, you know, what hybrid mech mods entail, what you have to make sure of. But the RDA that it does come with does have a proud 510 pin, so this RDA you can turn around and use on hybrid mods, no problem. So, oh, sorry. So this is set up to take 2700 batteries. I have one right here. I'll go ahead. You stick it in positive side down, and yeah. So the way the switch works, the switch literally just pushes the battery up, which, I mean, obviously most switches do that. Well, no, most switches make contact with the with whatever side the battery is facing down, either the negative or the positive side of the battery. But this switch functions in a way, it does not use springs, it does not use magnets. It is just another piece of metal that is slotted inside of the tube itself. So the entire mechanism just slides up and down inside the tube. It's a little hard to see, but let me go ahead and take off the sleeve so maybe you can see a little bit better what I'm talking about. So that's the switch. The switch is just a smaller tube inside the main tube that goes up and down and forces the battery into contact with the RDA, or with the 510. The switch itself on the bottom looks very nice, you know, it says JayBo, but it is as simple as it gets as far as switches, which I'm sure is one of the ways they save money on this device. That's why it's so cheap. So this is it without its sleeve on. Tons of venting on the sides there, which is nice. Like I said, it does accept 2700s, but it also comes with this really nice Wismec branded 18650 adapter. You can stick that in there, and now you can use any of your favorite 18650 batteries. I got a Sony VTC4 here. Go ahead and slide that down, and now you're going to operate the same way you would with a 2700. The benefits of 2700 obviously are increased battery life and a higher amp limit. So, but yeah, you're good either way. What do I like about the mod? I like that it's cheap. I like the looks of it. I think that it looks really nice. All the variants are nice. Even the white snake skin looking one I think is nice looking. It's the threading on it is acceptable. I didn't have any burrs or anything. Mine didn't come dirty. You know, the RDA metal is really cheap and tinny. You know, but the mod itself feels substantial. You know, it's not shitty. It doesn't feel shitty when I'm holding it. It feels nice. The throw on the button is nice. So what do I dislike about it? Well, the RDA, to be totally honest. The guillotine I'm not a fan. I think the deck is really nice. It's a dream to build on, but there's just something about this RDA. Maybe it's the materials that it's made out of, but it just doesn't get rowdy. And it's got tons of airflow. I mean, it should get rowdy. It just doesn't though. We've tried everything from, like, I did like a quad parallel 24 gauge nichrome build, dual coil on there, with like 4 wraps with 4 pieces in parallel, and that's, you know, that's like a dangerous build, and it still just would not get hot. We cannot get a hot vape off of this. Right now, what I have in here is a 4 wrap Alien in parallel with 22 gauge nichrome. Again, this is not a build that I would recommend to anybody, but for some reason this seems to have, this RDA specifically seems to really cause some kind of battery drop off along the way somewhere, because I've used this mod with other RDAs and it performs admirably. I mean, there's, you know, it is what it is. It's a stainless steel and I guess aluminum mech mod. And so, you know, it's not hitting as hard as something that's copper or brass. But when you add this RDA on there, it just really kind of puts a damp, you know, really dampens the whole experience. Now, I've used this, and I've also used this RDA on other mods like copper and brass mods, and it's the same thing. It's just not a rowdy RDA. So if I had to pick, you know, one thing to complain about, it would definitely be the RDA. And you can buy this mod totally separate without the RDA, and unless you need an RDA, unless you're like looking to jump in and just get like a kit, you know, if you're still using tanks and this is your first experience with RDAs and mech mods, it'll do the job. I mean, honestly, it's not terrible. Just for me, and the way I like to vape, which is like a hot, rowdy, you know, immediate vape, it just doesn't do that. Right now I got it to where it's pretty acceptable, but even still, if I were to take this same build and put it in any other RDA, it would be a totally different experience. So let me hit it. freshly charged battery. I mean, this is a brand new battery. And I tightened the leads. And like I said, it's a 4-wrap Alien in parallel. It's like an Alien staged heating with 22 gauge nichrome. It should be just like melting my face off. And like, it's just not. It's just not. It's rowdy-esque, but it's just not rowdy. And like I said, it's not the mod, because I've used the mod on other RDAs and it's fine. So, avoid the RDA. You know, it does look good. It has this little matchy-matchy drip tip. It's almost worth buying the kit just so you can get this drip tip, because this drip tip will fit on things like the Goon, and it's totally matchy-matchy with the mod if you get the sleeves, you know. So, yeah, you know, I think it's cool for the price. It's really, 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 really affordable, which I love. I think it looks really cool. I've gotten a lot of, you know, you get a lot of looks from it. The switch is nothing special. It's literally just like a piece of metal in there. There's no spring. There's no, as far as I can tell, there's no like magnets or anything. It's a really, really simple switch. I've been saying really, really a lot. I've really, really been saying really, really. But it does the job. I think it's a decent mech mod, especially for somebody who's just looking to get into mech mods without breaking the bank. This could be a way for you to do that. I've been enjoying it. I've been using it every day. I don't use it with the Guillotine RDA. I take this drip tip off and I put it on something else. Like, even like the Dead Rabbit is better than... And if you know me, I'm not a big fan of the Dead Rabbit, but even the Dead Rabbit beats the Guillotine hands down. So, let me take a toke. The flavor from the Guillotine is not bad. Not even a little bit. I think it's got good flavor. It's just, there's something about the materials, like it has to be the materials that they use, that just it just doesn't get very hot. It doesn't get very rowdy. So if I had to score it, I mean, beyond scoring it, I think if you're a fan of mech mods, I think it's a must buy because it's so cheap and it's just a cool little mod to add to your collection. If you're looking to get into mech mods, it's a must buy because it's super cheap and it's a good way to jump in and to see if mech mods are something you're going to enjoy. I'm going to give it a 4. I think it's not above average as a mech mod. Okay, as a mech mod, it's totally average. It might even be a little bit below average. But if you add the price into it, then it's a 4. It's way above average for its price point. So take that you know, with a grain of salt. If you're like a hardcore mech guy who's rocking glasses and fucking broadsides, you know, it's gonna be disappointing to you probably. But if you're like me and you appreciate a deal and you pay $35 and you get this mod in the mail, you're gonna be like, damn, that's a really good mod for the money. And that's kind of how I feel about it. So it's a tough one to score. I think okay. I said 4, and that's my score for it. But I think that overall, as a mech mod, it's probably a 3. You know, it's an average mech mod. But like I said, for the price, I think it's a 4. It's all about materials, baby. If you are looking for a rowdy experience, this is not going to be it, just because it's not made out of copper or brass. But I think it's cool. All right, thank you guys so much. I can't English sometimes, but I'll try again. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please keep your coils tight. Oh yeah, thank you to Panda Vapes. Go subscribe to her channel. She's the one who bought me this. Yep. So why don't you go check her out? She's got a good channel, and she reviewed this as well. So go check out her review. Peace out, everybody.